I don't know about you guys, but I love a good map. Whether it be of a fantasy world or even real life, there is something so captivating about maps that show places you may have never seen with your own eyes. Even better are maps that tell a story, showing locations of interest or landmarks in relation to each other alongside their environment. Today, we take a look at one such map from a setting called Mythic Landscapes and Enchanted Realms. This is a map of Cryostone Reach, a glacier that glows from within. I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and welcome back to the channel. If you like what you see here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you never miss an upload. Thank you again for clicking on this video. Now, let's get into the lore. Welcome to Cryostone Reach, a colossal glacier situated in the northernmost reaches of Eldon's Tooth, the tallest mountain range on the continent of Eldoria. The glacier spans the entire summit of Mount Perdition, an inactive volcano whose peak is over 6,000 feet or around 1,800 meters above sea level. In fact, Cryostone Reach is so vast that it extends beyond the confines of Mount Perdition, stretching over 2/3 of a league across and encompassing parts of 3 other inactive volcanoes as well, including Frostfire Spire to the southeast, Endless Winter to the south, and Shattershored Peak to the west. All told, the glacier covers a distance of roughly 25 square miles, or around 64 square kilometers. And that's not even counting the peripheral ice fields that feed into the larger glacier. Those add another 10 to 15 square miles, or around 25 to 39 square kilometers to the total area. The formation of Cryostone Reach is relatively recent in geological time, having begun around 250 years ago, when magical energies emanating from a recently discovered ley line convergence caused the upper reaches of Eldon's Tooth to undergo rapid glacial expansion. What began as small patches of ice quickly grew in size and scope, eventually coalescing into a single massive glacier. As you can see, Cryostone Reach is made up of multiple smaller glaciers, the largest of which is named Galavedian's Grip. Other notable glaciers include Frostfang Glacier, Cragspine Glacier, and Howling Gale Glacier, the last of which feeds into the perpetual blizzard perpetually ravaging the mountain pass known as the Teeth of Winter. Now, you might be wondering why the glacier is glowing blue. It has to do with the ley line convergence underneath the glacier, known locally as the heart of the glacier. The ley line convergence manifests as a magical energy known as stasis. Stasis is drawn into the glacier through a process known as regelation, causing the ice to glow an ethereal blue. The stasis is also responsible for the magical properties of cryostone, the blue crystallized ice that forms on the glacier. Cryostone is highly sought after by alchemists and enchanters due to its ability to store and amplify magical energies, making it an invaluable component in the creation of powerful magical items. In spite of its beauty, Cryostone Reach is a dangerous place. Blizzards, avalanches, and crevasses are just some of the natural hazards that make traversing the glacier a risky proposition. But those aren't the only dangers lurking here. Throughout its existence, Cryostone Reach has been home to all manner of magical beasts and creatures warped by the very same stasis that gives the glacier its magical properties. Among them are ice elementals, frost giants, and the fearsome glacier drake. Cryostone Reach is located deep within the Frostfawn, the northernmost region of the continent of Eldoria. To the north lies the Sea of Whispers, while to the east, across the teeth of Winter Mountain Pass, lies the region of Stormpath. To the south, the glacier is bordered by the Whisperwind Valley, and to the west by the Sunken Scar, a large gash in the earth caused by the cataclysm, an event that occurred 500 years before the formation of the glacier. At the base of Cryostone Reach, nestled in the valley below, are several settlements, the largest of which is the dwarven city of Barden's Domain. Other settlements include the human village of Icewind and the halfling hamlet of Moondrop Meadows. Life is not easy for those living in the shadow of the glacier, but they have learned to adapt to the harsh conditions and make use of the resources that Cryostone Reach provides. For example, the dwarves of Barden's Domain are renowned for their skill in mining and smithing cryostone, which they use to create some of the most powerful weapons and armor in the world. But Cryostone Reach is more than just a geographical feature. It is a character in its own right. The glacier is sentient and has a deep connection to the land and people of Eldoria. For example, when the glacier first formed, it sent out a psychic blast that killed thousands of humans, dwarves, and elves who were caught outside. And when the legendary hero Viridian set out to slay the glacier drake, Cryostone Reach itself intervened, sending an avalanche to crush the beast. Now that we know a little bit about the glacier itself, let's take a look at some of the points of interest scattered across the map. We'll start with the dwarven city of Barden's Domain, the largest settlement at the base of Cryostone Reach. The city is named after the legendary dwarven king Barden Stonehammer, who founded the city during the early days of the cataclysm, when the nearby human kingdom of Alderaan fell to ruin. Over the centuries, Barden's Domain has grown into a prosperous trading center, thanks to its strategic location at the crossroads of several important trade routes. The city is also home to some of the best miners and smiths in all of Eldoria, many of whom make use of the cryostone mined from the glacier to create some of the most powerful weapons and armor in the world. To the northeast of Barden's Domain is the human village of Icewind. Life is not easy for those living in the shadow of the glacier, but the villagers have learned to adapt to the harsh conditions and make use of the resources that Cryostone Reach provides. They also have a rich culture and history, dating back to the early days of the cataclysm, when the region was first settled by humans fleeing the destruction of their homeland. Across the teeth of Winter Mountain Pass to the east of the glacier is the region of Stormpath. This is a wild and desolate region, home to towering peaks, raging blizzards, and dangerous creatures. But it is also a place of great beauty, with panoramic vistas that stretch as far as the eye can see. The region is also home to a number of ancient ruins, including the crumbling towers of the Sky Citadel, a once great fortress that was destroyed by the cataclysm. To the south of the glacier is the Whisperwind Valley, a fertile and picturesque region known for its rolling hills, sparkling rivers, and dense forests. It is home to a variety of settlements, including the halfling hamlet of Moondrop Meadows, which is known for its beautiful gardens and peaceful atmosphere. Finally, to the west of the glacier is the Sunken Scar, a massive gash in the earth caused by the cataclysm. This region is largely unexplored, but it is rumored to be home to all manner of strange and wonderful creatures, as well as ancient secrets from a time before the cataclysm. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like down below. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and join our community server. There's always people in there to talk with. I'll see you guys next time.